So now we've come to the point of adding colour to our Egyptian eye. The colours that Egyptians regularly use are blue, gold, yellow, red, orange and black and white. So they tend to stick with earthy colours and also the colour of the sky and like grass, because they represent things like life. So you can design this however you want, and sticking to those Egyptian earthy colours, you can decorate it however you want. But I am going to do a demonstration just to inspire a couple of you that might be thinking, well, I don't know what to do. And also I would like to demonstrate controlled colour shading. So the first colour I'm going to pick up is the blue, because blue represents royalty in Egyptian portraits. I am going to add my blue to this area here around the eye, and I'm also going to use black because we know that Egyptians had black eye makeup around their eyes because they believed that it would protect them from evil. So I'm starting off with my blue, and as you can see, if the shape is curved, my shading is curved. I'm using a medium pressure and I'm just doing small areas at a time. There's no white gaps in my colour shading. All of my shading lines are nice and close together. Sometimes I might turn the paper just to make it a little bit more comfortable for my hand so that I can get the best control possible. The more that you layer your colour pencil, the bolder the colour will be, so it'll be much more eye-catching. When you come near your edges, you should be slowing right down. A bad example of colour pencil shading would be where the lines are all going in different directions. That's very messy, so let's keep our lines nice and close together. Sometimes, and it depends on how expensive your colour pencils are, sometimes there'll be like a bit of a dust residue, so just be careful that you don't put your hand in it and smudge your work. So I'm going to continue all of this the same colour, and also this here. However, if you are very skillful, you might be able to do something which is called a gradient. You might be able to, I'm just going to pick a darker blue. You could use a purple or a black very lightly, and I am going to put this over this area. You can do it anywhere that you want, and as I come across, I'm just going to fade it out so that it blends into the other colour blue, and I'm just showing a little bit more skill to make my work a little bit more interesting. There's a number of things we can do in art to make work look a little bit more technical and interesting, and blending and gradients are one of those things. Now, whilst Egyptians don't use purple, they use blue. If you layer purple on top of blue, it won't go purple, it won't be visible as purple, it'll just make the blue a little bit darker. So you can create different tones. So have a little play around with that if you're able to. I'm going to take a little break to sharpen my pencil now, because you'll just get a much better quality if your pencil is nice and sharp. So just as you're working, you can be working at the same time as me, or you might want to watch the video first and then have a go. That's up to you. I'm just going to recap again what good colour shading looks like. So the direction of my shading lines are all flowing in the same way. They are following the outside edge of the shape. If the shape is round, then I am going to curve my shading. There should be no white gaps. You are layering and layering until they go away. You should be using a medium pressure. Your pencil might give off a dust residue. Just blow that away. Try not to let it go under your hand as you're working, because it will smudge. And remember, you can turn your paper to get your hand comfortable. We all hold pencils differently and we all shade differently. And that's what's lovely about art, is that we all have our own unique style. There we go, like that. If you had a little go at the blending or the gradient and you were good at it, you can incorporate it into other areas of the design. Now, Egyptians are also famous for using gold, especially when doing portraits of royalty. So our kings and queens like Cleopatra and Tutankhamun. We can incorporate that into our design if we want to. So I'm going to do that in a couple of minutes after I've finished with the blue. There we go. When you've completed your whole design, what's really important to do is, with a very sharp black colour pencil, you will want to put an outline around your design. Now really take your time with this, because if it's done properly, it will make your work look absolutely amazing and just really enhance those beautiful colours that you have used. If you rush and some of the black lines are thick in places and thin in others, it will look a little bit messy. So remember, turning the paper to make it comfortable for your hand. We want the hand to be comfortable because then it will be creating nice controlled lines. So the next thing that I'm going to add to my design is just a little bit of gold or yellow. Just to enhance everything a little bit. We know that like orangey yellow contrasts with purpley blue, and the colours work very well together.